This is a solution to the S1 paper in January 2013 for OCR, and it's question 1. It says, when a four-sided spinner is spun, the number on which it lands is denoted by x, where x is a random variable taking the values 2, 4, 6 and 8. The spinner is biased so that the probability x equals kx, when k is a constant. And the first thing we've got to do is show that the probability x is 6 is 3 over 10. So if we look at the probability that x takes each of these values, when x is equal to 2, the probability will be k times by 2, or 2k. Similarly, when x equals 4, the probability here is k times by 4, or 4k. This probability will be 6k, this probability will be 8k. And we know that when we add up all of the probabilities, we should always get 1. And if I add those up, I get 20k. So 20k must be the same as 1. So that tells me that k must be the same as 1/20th. So the probability that x equals 6, which earlier I wrote down as 6k, is going to be 6 lots of 1/20ths, which is 6/20ths or 3/10ths as required for that question. That was part 1. In part 2, they're asking you to find the expected value of x and later the variance of x. Well, the expected value of x is the sum of each x value times by its probability. So that will be 2 times by 2k, which is 4k, 4 times by 4k, which is 16k, 6 times by 6k, and 8 times by 8k, which will be 64k. If I add these values up, that comes out to be 120k, and I know from earlier that k is 1/20th, so I need 1/20th of 120, and the answer to that is 6. So that 6 is the expected value of x. The second thing they're asking for is the variance of x, and the formula there is the square of each x value times by its probability, take away the expected value of x, all squared. Sometimes that's denoted as the expectation of x squared minus the expectation of x, all squared. So if I work this bit out here, first of all, I have the values at the top. I need to square each x value, so 2 squared is 4, and times that by its probability, so times that by 2k. I need to square that 4 and times it by its probability, square the 6 and times it by its probability, square the 8 times it by its probability, add all of those up. That is giving me this first bit here, which is known as the expectation of x squared. If I work that out, I get 8k, 64k, 216k and 512k. If I add those up, I get 800k, and I know that my k is, from earlier on, 1/20th, and 1/20th of 800 is 40. So that is my expected value of x squared. So to get the variance, going back to the formula we had over here, the variance of x is the expected value of x squared, take away the expected value of x, all squared. So that is my 40, take away my 6 squared. So 40, take away 36, and 4. 4 is the value of the variance of x.